Lisa Eldridge just released 5 shades of a new product, the Baume Embrace Melting Lip Color. She says, my next adventure in lip color, balmy, buttery, nourishing Baume Embrace. 5 irresistible shades that melt into the lips, natural butters and oils for deep lip care benefits and glass-like shine. I did pick up all 5 shades because I love this type of formula, this type of product. It says addictively melts into the lips and formulated with 87 natural origin skin-friendly ingredients for maximum care and comfort. Like I said, I did pick up all 6. They are, how much are they? They're free. They're $34 a piece, and it had this cute little denim bag that came with it. And I also have some of the shaping lip pencils, and I'll go through the shades that I have and talk a little bit about like what pencils might work with the different shades. When she talks about the ingredients, the trio of butters are shea butter, mura butter. Is that right? Mura butter? I guess so. Wild mango kernel butter. They all soothe and hydrate, leaving lips feeling soft and supple, moisturizing and softening. Wild mango kernel butter also stars as a hero ingredient in your favorite gloss embrace, so it's also in the gloss. Jojoba oil and pomegranate flower extract combine to form an active complex, tested for its plumping effects after 28 days of use. Meadow foam seed oil helps restore dry, cracked lips, which right here, while keeping them moisturized, lightweight, exceptionally emollient hero ingredient. Also stars in Lisa's Skin Enhancing Treatment Cleanser, which they did give me a sample of, which I have not tried yet, but I will. Hydrogenated cocoa glycerides deeply nourish and care for the delicate skin of the lips. Incredibly emollient, derived from the fatty acids from coconuts. Baume Embrace Melting Lip Color is vegan, contains no parabens, mineral oils, microplastics, or silicones. And like I said, it is $34. Let me just look at the size because they are a little bit different. I'll show you the packaging in just a second. They are 0.02 ounces. 0.02. So there's not a lot in here, but so this is what they look like. Again, smaller bullet, thinner bullet than an average lip balm lipstick. You can kind of see the diameter. Let me just show you next to the Chantecaille lip balm that they sent me. This is one of their lip cheeks. You can kind of see it fits within it. So it's probably approximately the same size. Let's pull one of these lip balms out. I think it's a little, well, it's a little bit smaller. Very close, if not the same size. You can see. Just the packaging is less bulky than like the lip cheeks. I'm trying to remember how much the Tom Ford had. 0.07 ounces that we said. I'm gonna have to go back and look because the Tom Ford ones I think are $50 a piece, and I think we said 0.07, but I could be wrong. I'll have to go check that out. Maybe they are 0.02 or were they 0.0? Anyway, we'll find out. Put it down below just to get an idea of what we're talking about product-wise. Okay, so again, I went through all the details. Let's just get to the shades. So there are 5 shades in here. First one is Meet Cute. Meet Cute is the lightest shade as far as I can tell. It says it's a hue that captures the warm and happy feeling of a chance meeting on a sunny day. What that means, I think it's basically a very light, almost like peachy shade. I am going to try all of these on for you, but that's Meet Cute. All right, the next shade I have here is Sweet Fig, which is probably the one that I was most, when I was trying to figure out if I was going to pick them all up, Sweet Fig was the one I was immediately like, oh, I like the shade. Sweet Fig is described as the sweet warmth of the ripe, earthy, pinky brown. They are definitely very shiny. Like there's no doubt. These are super shiny. Melting lip colors, sorry. So here's Metropolis. I think this is the deepest of all of them. It's described as paying homage to the epic silent movie era of the 1920s. This vintage blackberry shades add sheer but impactful drama. Okay. I'm gonna guess this is kind of like, what's that Clarence shade? Black Honey? That's, yeah, it's kind of like a purpley berry. I think when it goes on the lips, it'll be a little bit more pinkish. We'll see. Then we have Red Curve. If you haven't watched Lisa's video, she talks about like how she came up with the names and the product and all that good stuff. I will link it over here so that you can check that out, because she does go into some of the details about colors and everything. Red Curve is inspired by Ellsworth Kelly's distinctive use of red in his work and a pivotal moment when I had a surprise meeting with this iconic American artist. You can see how shiny these are as I move it back and forth. Okay, this is the last but not least. I'm gonna do my best to pronounce this correctly. Epanoui. I think it's Epanoui. It says, inspired by the feeling of epanoui, of blossoming into your true authentic self. It's kind of like a pinky, well, we'll see. We'll see how it looks, but it's got like a pinky berry kind of shade. So those are all the shades. You can see they're obviously sheer. They are melting lipsticks, but these are balms. I mean, they're shiny balms though. We'll see which one I, that I think looks best on me, but that gives you the idea of the shades. Now, really quickly, let me just talk about the lip liners that she has suggested, and I'll put up the pictures. So Meet Cute, which is the first one I did, that lightest one. Meet Cute. She talks about that if you're a light to light medium, which is what I am, and you want a stronger sculpt on the outside, 2W is good. 1W if you want soft natural definition, 1N if you want a slightly stronger sculpted effect and you want it more on the brownish shade, go with the N. If you want more of the peachy tones, go with the W's. And then 0N if you want the overall tone of the lip to look more neutral. And I'll make sure she has the medium skin tones and then the deep skin tones. I'd go into all of them, but this video will take too long. Okay, the Epanoui is light to light medium skin tones. 1C if you love the pinkness of it and you want a natural looking lip. 2C if you want to enhance the pink tones, but you want like a stronger sculpt. 0N if you want more of a natural looking lip while toning down the pink, which is gonna be me. 1N if you prefer your lips to have a slightly stronger definition, and again, you want more like that neutral brown. The medium skin tones and how they mesh, and the deep skin tones. Sweet Fig. We have 0N, which is the most natural liner option. It looks like it's like an everyday nude kind of thing. And then 1N is if you're looking for a slightly deeper, but again, you're gonna have that neutral. It's like the 90s, as she describes it, cool girl vibe. And then 2W if you wanna bring out the warm brown tones of it. So I probably would go with the 1N, but we'll see. Medium skin tones, deep skin tones. Red Curve. Okay, so the light, 1N if you prefer to neutralize some of the red, and then 2W if you want to match the warm undertones. That's interesting. I don't know which one I would do there. Medium skin, deep skin. Metropolis. So again, light to light medium. 2C, the cool pink tone of 2C works with it to create a berry like stained bitten lip. I think that's kind of like that black honey thing. If you want a stronger effect, more blackberry. And then 1N if you want like the sepia tones. Medium skin, deep skin. That's tough. I don't know. What I'm going to do is across all of these, I'm going to put the liners. I'm going to have to play around with this, obviously. This is more of a way to show you these different shades and get your, be able to show you what the different shades are so that you can decide what you want to pick up before anything sells out. Hopefully it hasn't sold out already. But I don't know. I like a lot of these options, so let's see what we think. All right, so let's first do, this is 0N. So again, this is the neutral liner. Then we have 1N. Then we have 2N, and I'm going to do it this way so I can control it more. I think 2N works best with the Metropolis or the Fig. I think it's too deep for the others, unless you really want that very brown outline and the pink on the inside, like, which is a look. I mean, you can decide to go that way. And then I have 2C. I've actually been thinking about picking up more liners from her, so I think she's got more in stock right now. I have to check that out. So there's 2C. I like that one, I think, with the red curve, actually, which is interesting. I have to look. I'm going to have to play around with this. The 0N is probably the one that I'm going to, like, do with a lot of these, because the 0N is kind of the shade of my lips most of the time, but, like, the 1N might give it a little bit more definition for some of these shades. I tend to like the 2N is very brown, like it's brown. So if you wanted to go like the 2N and like have a more, you know, a deeper brown look, that's the shades that I would go with. But if you like a cooler tone, the 2C is very pretty. I don't own the 1C. I gotta go, like I said, I have to pick up a few more shades, but at least that gives you an idea. I have like a map on the back of my head. So for today, we're just going to do the colors right on the lip, because I don't want to mess around with adding the liners to it, so you can't really see the true color of the lips. But as you know, I'm going to do a lot more videos with these, and I'll have stuff up on Instagram as well. All right, so let's do Meet Cute first, because again, it is the lightest shade. It'll be the easiest to take off to put the other ones on. Very light. On me, it goes very peachy. Very comfortable, like very slick, very comfortable. Not slippery though, like not like it's gonna come off the sides of your lip. Feels nice. How it wears, how my lips feel afterwards, all that good stuff. You know, I won't know for a while, but so far so good. Okay, next shade. This is Sweet Fig. Probably my favorite color. These feel different than some other, like it's not, I'll do comparison videos, but it's not a balm. It's lighter than the Lip Chics and gloss, like thinner, not sticky. Like I said, not slippery though, not wet. Like it's not wet, like it's not water it. It's not a lip oil. Well, it feels a little bit like a lip oil, but more butter. That's a good way to describe it. It's like buttery. What I'm gonna have to do is compare this with the Lip Chics and the Chanel's and Dior's, because this feels very, you know what it feels a little bit more like? The Suku's, the new glaze lipsticks from Suku, but not as pigmented. That kind of feel. Next, we're gonna do Metropolis. This might be my favorite. It might all be my favorites. So this one definitely has more like by itself. This does remind me, I'm almost positive it's Black Honey. You know, the Clinique, I used it back in the day. It's been popular for forever. It's been popular because it's a great shade. It's like a blackberry glossy balm, and it works on practically everybody. Like it's a well-made shade. It just works really well on pretty much everybody I've ever seen try it. And the funny thing is, I actually been thinking about buying it again. They came out with a lip oil or something that I was like looking at, and I was like, why didn't I have that? Like I used to love it. It's not like I still wouldn't love it. It's just I've tried so many products, I guess, you know, I didn't think about it, but it's a similar color, although this one has more brown to it, which I actually really like. It does kind of remind me of a 90s vibe by itself on me. But again, I'm very pale. I actually have on today very little bronzer. I have Beach Walk Betty, and I also have on a new shade of the Clé de Peau cushion foundation I'm trying out. It's 110, so it's Ivory 10. And what I would tell you is it actually, the shade match is actually very good for me, but because you can see it, like actually, I think the Ivory 10 is actually a better shade, but it is light. So, you know, it does make me look a little paler than other foundations do. Other foundations that I usually go with have more of a beige-ish or like peachy or even pinkish tone. So you're not, I don't think I'm as used to seeing my face with this paleness, although technically I think that's, you know, I think that's the right match. But anyway, what I'm saying is in comparison, I think they might look, the lips might look a little deep because I look so pale. But again, it just depends on, you know, the look that you like. All right, red curve next. Very pretty shade. I think it actually goes a little bit more like brique. Brique is the French B-R-I-Q-U-E. It has like a warmth and almost like an orange to it, which I really like. But on me, it's not as pinky red. So it's more of like that warm red, orangey red, brick red, which again, you could bring out more of the brown or more of the pink, depending on if you do like the 2C or the 1N. I don't have the 1N, so I mean the 1C, so I have to go take a look at the other shades and go back to the things that I had put up earlier about that Lisa had posted about like what would bring out more pink or more brown, etc. So I can get a better idea. And again, I haven't really played with these yet, so it'll be good to see as I start mixing them with different liners, and not just Lisa Eldridge liners, but the, you know, I have so many different lip liners, and see what combinations I like best. But I think these look great by themselves. And last but not least, Epanoui. Epanoui. Ooh, that's really pretty. On me, I would describe it almost as a blush pink. I really like this shade. It actually goes really well with the eyeshadow shade I have on. I do have in the description box what I have on my eyes. I'm testing it out for a much bigger video that I'm doing. Once you see what it is, you'll know the video that I'm gonna do, but it's a good match. Yeah, that's really pretty. All right, let's try a liner with it. Let's do the 1N and see what that does. And remember, these pencils are a little bit drier than her other pencils, which with this formula is really an excellent combination, because this is, like I said, a little bit drier. So when you use this in combination, it's practically flawless. Like, it's extremely smooth. You see how you get more of a neutral look when you add in the 1N. Again, the N is the neutral shades. If you wanted to bring out more of the pink in this shade, definitely go with one of the C's, but I like the more neutral shades for me. Okay, so to wrap up, 5 shades, $34, tons of emollient ingredients in here. There's 0.02 ounces, not a tremendous amount of product. How fast you'll go through them, I don't know. I have to start using them. We'll see what I think. They work great with the liners. I think they'll work better with a drier liner. Not that it won't work with a creamy liner, but these are so emollient. I think a drier liner is like a good combination, but I think they work great on their own. They feel really good. I have to say, at this point of trying on 5 lipsticks, my lips would be much drier than they are. They feel buttery is the best way to explain it. It feels buttery on my lips. Very emollient, very comfortable. We'll see how it affects like the lines and all of that over time as you wear them, but right now, I have nothing bad to say. They are not super pigmented, so if you're looking for a product that's super pigmented, you know, I don't think these are them. I think, I'm trying to think if there's anything. I think the drawbacks would be the 0.02 ounces. You know, they're smaller cases, so they're easier to fit in a bag. Other than that, I love a good expensive lip balm. Like that's kind of my thing. I'm not a matte lipstick person or a liquid lipstick person, so this is right up my alley. So I'll have more soon, but I wanted to get the shades out to you, the shade swatches out to you so you can see how they looked. So, have you picked this up? Do you have any questions? Any comments below? Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon.